I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy, and in this week's Cruise News Update, Royal Caribbean's Australian deployment is in flux, Princess doubles down on the Love Boat, Carnival Magic tries to make a dock disappear, Celebrity Cruises makes the Forbes Travel Guide for the 6th time, and it's time to get booked onto an Australian star. Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas will no longer sail on its two planned Trans-Pacific cruises in April 2025. Royal Caribbean sent notices to booked passengers this week, advising them that the repositioning voyages had been cancelled. The cruises would have seen Ovation of the Seas sail from Sydney to North America, ahead of a 2025 summer Alaskan cruise season. However, that is no longer the case. Instead, Quantum, Radiance, and Anthem of the Seas will sail in Alaska during the 2025 season, and it is an important thing for Australians to look to because it will often give us a glimpse as to what ships will be sailing in Australia and New Zealand during the following Southern Hemisphere summer season. In the meantime, Ovation of the Seas has appeared on the Darwin port schedule on April 10th, 2025, which could hint to her relocation to the Chinese or Singaporean cruise markets at the conclusion of her 2024-25 Australian summer cruise season. To that end, Royal Caribbean's official deployment announcements for the 2025-2026 season are due in the coming months, with China's schedule released during the week of March 11th, Australia's during the week of April 8th, and Singapore's during the week of May 14th. Princess Cruises is well known for its Love Boat connection, with the cruise line inextricably linked to the hit 70s TV show, itself particularly recognized for causing an explosion in the growth of cruising during that era. To highlight the cruise line's onboard celebrations program, Jill Whelan, who you may best know as the character Vicky Stubing from The Love Boat, arrived in Sydney earlier this week. Journalists and travel agents joined Jill on board Royal Princess in Sydney to discuss her time on the show and her work as a Princess Celebrations ambassador. Highlighting their onboard Princess Perfect wedding packages, the cruise line noted a wedding on board one of their ships is less than half the price of the average Australian wedding on land, with packages ranging from about $4,500 to just under $10,000. Continuing the Love Boat love, Princess also announced that there will be a special Love Boat themed cruise sailing round trip from New York on board Enchanted Princess this August 31st. Jill Whelan, Bernie Koppel, Fred Grandy, and Ted Lange will all be on board, with meet and greets, Love Boat trivia, cast Q&A sessions and themed decor, menus and specialty cocktails, all coming together to give you that 70s special vibe. Let me know in the comments, would you consider a wedding on board a cruise, or did you get married on a cruise by any chance? I also asked Jill Whelan what her favorite thing is now available on board Princess Cruises compared to the days of the old Pacific and Island Princess, and she said that it's the medallion, and you know from my previous videos that is something that I would agree with as well. The medallion is one of the best pieces of technology at sea. Earlier this week, Carnival Magic had a run-in with a concrete pier. The cruise ship had been docked in Ocho Rios, Jamaica, when strong wind and an increasing swell caused the pier fender to collapse, causing damage to the wharf and the ship. Carnival Magic departed the dock, leaving thousands of guests ashore until it could be secured at a nearby pier where guests were able to rejoin the ship. There was no significant damage or injury caused as a result of the incident. Celebrity Cruises is the world's first cruise line to be included in the Forbes Travel Guide, after 5 of its ships have already been awarded highly coveted star ratings after professional anonymous inspection. Now they've got a 6th ship on the star earning list, with Edge Class Celebrity Ascent being awarded a 4-star award. CEO of Forbes Travel Guide, Herman Elger, said, "Celebrity embodies the modern-day ethos of elevated service, elegant facilities and upscale dining options, with the added benefit of being on the move to a variety of destinations." Finally this week, Australian company Murray River Paddle Steamers opened up bookings for 3, 4 and 7 night cruises on board its brand new PS Australian Star. The paddle steamer is currently under construction and when complete will offer luxury cabins with more space, a brand new restaurant and bar, and even an elevator. Bookings are now open for cruises from June 2025 with special discounted rates for early bird bookers. I cruised on board PS Emmylou last year and you can watch that review by clicking the card above or link in the description below, and it truly was one of my most memorable cruises I've ever done, so if you haven't sailed the Murray in Australia, I highly suggest you give it a look. That's it for this week's cruise news update. Wherever you are, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're interested in booking a cruise, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguide.com.au. And if you haven't done so already, you can give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guide. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas will no longer sail on its planned... Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas will no longer sail on its two planned Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas will no longer sail on its two planned Trans-Pacific. And it's an important thing for Australians to look to because it will often give us a glimpse as to what ships will be operating here in the Southern Hemisphere following... itself partly responsible at least for the explosion in the cruise